what's up? Come on out, kid. There's Socrates. What about animals from the tropics? Like, let's say if you're an animal that lives in Mexico.
Say you're an animal that lives in Mexico,
within the
Myran.
tropical zone. Can you
Took him 4 years to become a normal, 100% normal acting cat. 4 years. I mean, he started to act somewhat normal
you find that some of
within
others. For example, we have
6 months, maybe, or
over on the other side
maybe a little less than 6 months, but to become fully normal
even though they're from
acting cat,
actually take way lower
4 years.
because
He's always feral. I was a feral cat born indoors.
even in the tropics. So they can take temps down into the 40s for a short
Shades
period of time.
of gray.
Not really worried about them so much as I am, say, the
Cousins?
tortoises here and the Aldabra.
They cousins?
Coming out now. Is it going to be an Aldabra? No, it looks like that's a Darwin.
And then little
Yes, that's a
Butters
Darwin poking
is
right
the half
there.
brother
So, yeah,
of Shiloh. They have the same mother,
tricky,
but a different father.
stay warm. However, here's another caveat.
Shades of gray.
Larger
Wasn't that like a
tortoises,
book or something?
okay? For example, Darwin, when she gets her body warmed up,
Which I would never read because I hate to
it
read.
takes longer for her.
You
to
guys are so
shed
cute. Gray, orange,
So if she stayed
orange,
out
gray.
one night in, say, 40-degree weather, her core temperature is still going to be warm enough if she did some behavioral things to keep herself warm. Like, for example, burrow into...
Yeah, see, it'll be all sunny out there in February.
That's going to help
And 46 degrees. Miss Herperton was out there basking in the sun
He's got some hay in
a few years ago. 46 degrees.
like I said, today it's gonna
Because
be
she was
about
getting
80
warmed up by the
degrees.
sun.
And, yeah,
That was like February, March, something like that, a few years ago. It's like 46 degrees outside. She wouldn't have been basking out there if it wasn't for the sun, though, because the sun heats them up. You know, the sun, it heats them up, so...
harder than anyone.
And, you know, it was...
You're on camera, bud. I hope
She
you
knew it
don't
was
mind.
about time
I was
to,
telling
you
you
know,
how,
come out of hibernation in a month or so.
hate you because
Oh, they all came out of hibernation in March.
he just rode probably
I think that some of them come out at the end of February.
yeah, that's
I think they did.
no, that's not
Most of them came out in March, but I think a couple came out in February, I think.
yeah, so you can see
I'll have to go back and look at my video.
it's gonna be
You do it, Myran? Say it took me 4 years to become a normal, 100% acting cat.
Yesterday we did, I did close to 100. He did over 100 miles, and it was brutal.
For an effective defense against erosion and cavities, I recommend Pronamel Active Shield. For 2 times stronger defense against erosion and effective cavity protection.
I think I figured out what he's allergic
Shield
to.
is a game changer.
He's not really reacting, because I knew something was kind of weird, because he got into some food a couple times, and I'm like, why is he not reacting?
We know the best furniture fits your
So
save $100
I figured it out. He's either allergic to both or one or the other. He's allergic to vitamin C. I'm not sure if he's allergic to absorbic acid, but there's many ingredients, weird ingredients of types of vitamin C. That DL something, DL acetate or something like that. And then it says a source of vitamin C. He's allergic to that or the amino acids, the amino acid chemical / somewhat non-chemical. It's like 50% chemical, 50% I looked it up. They said it was kind of like chemical-ish, but made from bacteria or something like that. The synthetic or whatever amino acids. See, amino acids are naturally in meat.
I didn't make it to the very...
But because when they make kibble at such a high heat, it kills everything. So they turn back around and put all these synthetic chemicals and vitamins and minerals and amino acids. And that would make sense. Because cats can have a lot of like chicken allergy or beef allergy. In his case, it's the opposite. It's just the synthetic amino acids.
What's up, buddy? Do you like animals?
If you were a reptile, you wouldn't be allergic to that.
This little guy's all right.
You know what I'm saying?
So these are the sulcata tortoises and guys.
Reptiles or turtles, they're not going to be allergic to shit like that.
They wake up and they get right
I've given them wet cat food before. Well, actually, they'll even eat kibble, but I don't give my turtles kibble. But you know, if that's what they were used to, you know, being raised on, they'll eat cat kibble. Turtles, mine won't. There's a couple of my turtles that actually will eat it, but you know, I spoil mine. But yeah, so okay, so the higher grade, more expensive kibble, it has the vitamin C in it under many different names, and it'll tell you vitamin C ascorbic acid or vitamin C dl-Carnate or whatever it's called, and the amino acids. And the cheaper food does not.
So that's good stuff.
Well, Rachel Ray isn't too expensive, but Rachel Ray, he's allergic to Rachel Ray because it has vitamin C in it as well as that amino acids. So he's either allergic to both or one or the other. See, this is cheap food, and this does not. He does not react to this. It does not have amino acids in it, except for what's already in fresh chicken. It does not have the synthetic added amino acids or vitamin C in it. And it wasn't hard to figure out. I just knew, I started thinking back in my head that, wait a minute, he seemed to be allergic to that grain-free food. And then he seemed to be allergic to that new low, which is very, very expensive. And so it wasn't hard to figure out because yeah, it just wasn't hard to figure out. Because that new low, he still reacted, and guess what it had in it? Vitamin C and the artificial amino acids. So that's what he's allergic to. He hasn't eaten kibble in a few hours, several hours, because I gave him fresh pork, so he's filled up now. But I'm going to put all these up overnight because during the day I'll leave several bowls out, but at nighttime, you know, they don't need to be pigging out 24/7, 365. You know, they're just going to be shitting all the time. You know, the more they eat, the more they shit. So, you know, I'm about to take the food up, and it won't be going back down until, well, about 12 hours.